Good afternoon, everybody. Prerna Goja is with us today, and she's the founder and CEO of Zensa. It's a mobile solutions company, and they develop applications for all kinds of industries. But what makes Zensa so unique is that they develop accessible applications and web solutions, and they deliver custom applications that are usable by all. And I'm thrilled today to welcome Prerna to this series of the LinkedIn Live Accessibility Series. Prerna, welcome. And it's so great to have you here today and to get a chance to hear from you about the leadership role you have in Zensa. Also, your great insights around accessibility in your business.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for the warm introduction. It's a pleasure being here today to share how we enable accessibility within our own organization, our products, our services, and our customers.
Awesome. So how about this? Let's start with, I know Zensa is a Microsoft partner, and you're doing some fantastic work across accessibility and the application space. But I always like to start with the first question. How has accessibility touched your life and at a personal level?
I believe access to information is a fundamental right for everyone, and I know personally what it means to people and their families. I have an immediate family member who is low vision, and over the years, I've seen the constant struggle she has been through just to access basic information. So when I founded Zensa, it was a accessibility was a priority for everybody in our company. And I think we somehow carried that forward to our customers as well. And it worked very well with the mission, pretty much in parallel with the mission that we had for the company. And that was about building a company that is focused on people and their needs and building products and an ecosystem which is usable and accessible to all. And fortunately, we could even stay true to our mission because our investors who invested in our pre-seed fund are also a group of companies who work a lot with blind and low vision communities, and they're one of the biggest employers for blind and low vision people.
Oh, that's fantastic. So let's pivot just a minute and let's talk about the growth of Zensa. What have you seen in the technology and the accessibility segment? And give us a little bit of insight into how you've integrated an accessibility first approach with your customers and what has made the largest impact from your perspective.
I think from our perspective, we started with cultivating a deeply human-centric model to everything, from our customer experiences to the products we developed, and somehow we carried that forward to our customers as well. We have a very strong team of designers and developers and program managers and testers who started working with all-inclusive design process. And I think that made one of the biggest impact, both for us as a company, what we were providing, and also for our customers that we were helping build different products. I think it created a very, very strong foundation and accessibility first approach with our customers. And I think what also really worked and helped to be more effective was training and creating awareness. And I think we created programs for our customers where they could that could enable them and their teams to work and collaborate closely to create products that were usable and accessible to all. So I think I would say it was more or less it was the all-inclusive design process, bringing that awareness, creating those training programs, and helping create a team that could work together to build a product for all.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. So if I think about inside of Microsoft for a minute, we've really been focused on gearing up for our next fiscal year, which starts for us in July. And we do a deep dive in listening and trying to understand with customers and partners, what's working, what's not, and how do we grow better together. So as you look at your business and you weave in the Microsoft technology in the accessibility space specifically, what do you wish that we could do better, do faster, or potentially make easier?
I think Microsoft is doing great, and it's really an honor to be that we are partnering with them as well. I'm most excited about is the potential of AI-driven solutions that is helping us access and enhance, whether it's learning experiences or enhancing the assistive technologies or creating more accessible, usable products. I think Microsoft also has committed to a 5-year program to drive the power of AI to create and enhance the access of assistive and enhance the access of assistive technologies. So I think even products like Microsoft Translator, which is an AI powered communication technology platform that would go ahead and take a raw speech and turn it into a text in more than 60 languages. So I would say it is the evolution of AI that would support assistive technology and make other digital experiences accessible, um, with hiring, additionally with hiring of more people with different abilities. So um, I think the workforce and how the modern work is been in the last few years with the whole hybrid coming in. Um, we are looking at the future of workforce in a very different way. So I would say it is going to be a technology driven, more diverse, more inclusive, that is going to bridge that gap and bring that workforce, more inclusive workforce to the companies.
So thank you. What a great answer. And so, I'm really listening to what you said there around hybrid work, the need for continuation of advancement in the technology and specifically the AI, and making sure that we do that in a way that people can access that at their homes. So love that answer. So as we think about the best way to engage those with disabilities, and I know you and I are both aware of this, there are so many disabilities that are not visible to the most people. So what do you think is the most misunderstood element about accessibility?
I think often accessibility is used interchangeably with usability. What I've found, a digital experience can be accessible but not always usable. And I think that is a perception, or that is a challenge that we all kind of need to think about. I think also on a very human level, it's very important that people are more successful if they think they belong and they're accepted. And there's still a lot of work to be done to bring in more of these. Like, we have more than 1 billion people with different abilities, both seen and unseen. And it's the time for all of us to kind of bring those people on the table. I'm absolutely glad that leaders like you are providing the platform where we are all kind of connecting together and having these conversations. And we are really working towards building a more truly accessible and a usable partner ecosystem. I think that is where a lot of our work is going to be in next this whole fiscal year as well.
So what a great answer. It's been a pleasure spending time with you today. And as we wrap up, I know there's always more impact that we can make together. So, first of all, what do you see down the road, 12 to 18 months, for needs around accessibility? And what do you see on the horizon for Zensa?
So that's a really, really great question, Tracy. It's a very exciting time in technology right now. I mean, as you know, with mixed reality, blockchain, metaverse, AI has been huge game changers in our industry. And at Zensa, we have been planning, and we have aligned ourselves to UN 2030 sustainability goals, which also says one of the goals as leave no one behind, right? So accessibility is a very huge part of it. In terms of next 2 or 3 years for Zensa, we have been focused on a three-pronged strategy. We call it 3 A's. So it's automation, um, analytics, and then advancement. So, as you know, it's a very data driven world. What we are trying to do is go in and build a solution where we can analyze the data that is coming in, create algorithms that can exclude biases for the products and services that both Zensa and our customers are making. In terms of automation, we're working hard towards next 2 or 3 years in creating more automation tools for testing. And in terms of advancement, it's all about innovation, providing and collaborating with our partners and customers to build products that are going to be more accessible, that are going to be usable. So it would be innovation, transformation, and inclusivity, what Zensa is focusing on.
Great. Well, I'm thrilled with where Zensa is going as a company. I love the leadership you're bringing to this. And thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Tracy. It was an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me to your session, Accessibility in Action.
Great. Well, everyone, I'm excited about the ongoing accessibility series we have. Stay tuned for more accessibility leaders across Microsoft and other businesses. And you can always check out the following accessibility resources. And as always, let us know how we can help. Thank you.